circling around the association. So recently, the Knicks approached the Cavaliers to gauge their interest in swapping all-star forwards Carmelo Anthony for Kevin Love, but Cleveland said no thank you. The Knicks' thinking is that they would have to get rid of Anthony, they have to discuss waiving his no-trade clause, and Cleveland had shown no interest in the deal. Here's Melo and LeBron on the trade that wasn't.
I really don't have a reaction to it. I mean, until management come to me and say something, then it's not something I can look forward to or feed into at this point. So I really don't have a good reaction to it.
I have no reaction. We got 14 guys in here. We need to be ready every night. What we got in here, we got to play. Can't play fantasy basketball. We got who we got. We got to go out and play.
So the Cavs pass on Melo. Stephen A., do you think this was a wise move?
I don't think it was a...
First, I want to start off by addressing the Carmelo Anthony rumors. Well, as you can see in the video, Carmelo sounded very excited to be traded and compete for that championship that he's always wished for. And LeBron James, on the other end, didn't sound too excited to play with him. Kind of sound like he has a little vendetta against him, in a sense. I think it's an old school clash where they're like, I'm the man type stuff. But how can you be the man when you went to somebody else's team? See, I respect the old school ways, like what a legend said just not too long ago. I think you might remember his name, Floyd Mayweather. He was just talking about how Kobe Bryant stayed with the same team and didn't leave. Max Keller wanted to talk about how, oh, well, it was talks and trades, he wanted to leave. Yeah, who wouldn't want to leave if everything is not going right? You know, if you're not trying to make everything right, not so much of everything going right, but if you're not even trying, then what is the point of me being here? If you see greatness and you know what I'm here for, to produce greatness and to make it happen, and then you're preventing me from it, why would I want to stay here to lose? You seen what happened. That's exactly what happened. That's how he injured himself. He asked for a trade rumor because nobody wanted to play with him. Nobody could play as hard as him. And then he played too hard and injured himself. So, besides that, you know, we wasn't trying to touch on the Kobe subject, but, you know, we're touching on LeBron James and the Carmelo Anthony possibly going to his team. But talking about respecting these old ways and that legendary status and how he's treating Carmelo, I think at the end of the day, when you look at whom you're going up against, see, the three-headed monster started because of whom? The greatest of all time, Kobe Bryant. You know, they needed something because a two-headed monster wasn't going to work. You wasn't going to get a Shaq and a Kobe, another. So you had to get some other. And the next best thing was three-headed monster. And see, now all these teams are going with three-headed monster, four-headed monsters because two legendary players like Kobe Bryant and Shaq was greater than three legendary players with a legendary coach. Because it wasn't just Tim Duncan and them that did it. Or you could go into the Spurs and you go into the Kings and their roster with their triple-headed monster that they had. But the whole point is this. Two guys cannot win it. You and Kyrie Irving's not going to win this championship alone, LeBron James. You need somebody else. So Carmelo, an isolation player like yourself who can score like that, and he does create opportunity for guys, but guys just watch Carmelo. Kind of like with Kobe, they see greatness and they don't know what to do with it. I do think he does need a little mentoring in a sense because he doesn't play as hard as he should, but I think that's just the era, like the Terrell Owens era of everybody crying at wide receiver about going down the middle and things of that sort. So it is what it is. You made the beast now, you know, you got to feed it. But to feed the beast and to get that championship ring and become a beast, you're going to need way more than what you got. You guys not even close to the stature of a team camaraderie of what the Golden State Nuggets have, Golden State have, you know, and you know when Carmelo was with the Golden Nuggets, you know, they had beyond a better team than what LeBron James and them had now. But it show you camaraderie is the reason that you win a championship, you know, and it takes a great one to do so. You got to recognize real. You got to be able to see the vision for it to happen and understand the step that's going through it. With that being said, we're going to end on this note. LeBron James, it takes you digging inside yourself that fourth quarter for you to, that leadership, for you to find it inside you to lead them guys for you to win. You have yet to win one by yourself without another great. See, Kyrie won that one for you last year. You can talk about all your numbers, but in the clutch, it was 1-2 with you and Kyrie. Y'all 1-2 was able to beat them last year, but I don't think the 1-2 gonna beat them this year. Cause guess what? They got something in that bag, and something in that bag is arguably a piece that changed the game in the trade system. I don't think too many teams is going to want to be doing this 3-4-headed monster because look what's happening. Dwayne Wade went to Chicago. Who else is in Chicago? You know, just look at all the rosters that's in Chicago. That's arguably another dynasty team. You got to watch out for them on the East. Y'all talking about the Golden State Warriors. Y'all need to watch out for them. So my solution to your problem, LeBron James, is not so much of a trade. I think that leadership needs to be looked at, just like in Chicago. You know, Rajon Rondo said it perfectly. You know, these guys working their ass off. Now it's up to us, the leaders, to do what we need to do to put them in better positions. You're not putting your guys in better positions. You're crying on the course, not putting them in better positions. You crying off the course, not putting them in better positions. Crying doesn't do nothing for nobody. Guess what? At the end of the day, when you cry, nothing changes. Nothing has been done. But if you want actions done, then what you need to do is pick up your pick up your pants, you know, put on your big boy pants, you know, and handle the situation. And the best way to do that is take responsibility for your actions. You're not doing enough as all of what you're doing. Your numbers, even as great or whatever they are, they're still not enough. It shows you that no matter how great you are, if you're not making somebody else great, you're not really that great. See, that's what greats do. Like Tom Brady. He makes an average Joe look like he's just so phenomenal. Chris Hogan, oh my gosh. Who's heard of him? Nobody. I want to see guys that we've never heard of ball on your team, LeBron. But guess why they don't ball? Because you don't give them that opportunity to. You're always crying about, oh, they're not doing this. Oh, they're not doing that. Oh, they don't do this. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need that. How about you look into yourself? You left Cleveland in the first fucking time because why? Because you didn't look into yourself. You didn't have that, mentors. You didn't have that guidance to know that this is what's needed to be a champion. Now you know. So take advantage. Take ownership of your team. Take your balls and fucking do what you have to do. Stop being immature. Stop being a little boy, and show that you're a man. You have kids that look up to you, and that's not a leadership role. If you look at all the great men, they didn't cry about, oh, this happened or that happened. I don't have this. They look at what they have, and they make it happen. They don't cry about what they don't have, like you, and then go into another team to win a championship, and then wait till y'all get first round pick and they get a Kyrie Irving. That's like whom? Who Kyrie play like? AI. Got an AI type game. So when you get an AI on your team, because he gonna go legendary, he gonna get to Hall of Fame. We got a point guard like that, changing the game like AI? Come on, bruh. Anybody gonna ball. You go give an AI to a Kobe. See what it happen. Go switch AI with Shaq. Guarantee you Cole still win.